Ollie and Graham and other people that are involved. Just a quick little video here to show, what I've done and what we've done after our meeting. Thanks for that. Thanks for coming back in and taking the time. So looking at your plans, which I've done today for a couple of hours. I think what we talked about ultimately, was a really good idea. I think especially with your location, where you are, the kind of products that we're looking at are highly suitable. And now that we've put this together for you, I mean, you can see that how well the products match together. So going through your list, Graham, we can see that we've got the 5 basins in that Lorenza style, which are going to be consistent through the house. I always love that. I think that just always looks intentional, and that's a great thing. So so we've got the 5 basins, with that lovely wider tapered edge, beautiful lines, narrow basin with low profile. So I'm sure you won't be disappointed about that. Now, of specific note, is the additional 35% off Moda. So Moda, as a supplier, has passed on an additional discount to us just for the year, just for the month of July. And we're passing that on to our clients. It props us up for the month, but it also props them up as well. They're in a slow time in Australia typically, so you can see that we're getting all the way down to $403 here on these basins from a regular $620, which is extraordinary. So 5 of those basins, obviously across main ensuite and the 2 powders, the 2 bathtubs. This is the biggest saving here, guys. Look at the size of that saving. Like, it's enormous. So you don't necessarily have to take delivery, but certainly putting a deposit down on those baths at this point in time is a big saving, and obviously that's beneficial. Now here we've got a link to the custom product, to the freestanding fillers. I think the best thing for you guys is the fillers. The match with the curved base. I think I've saved it up here, so if I can find that, there it is. The Buddy Rondo. Okay, from Paco Janssen, a European brand. It's got the lovely soft edges on the base plate. Fantastic. So so that suits the tapware to a T. I just think it's the right thing. You guys are doing a beautiful house in a beautiful area. So I think that's just the right thing for you guys. All right. So moving back, Graham, you asked the question: do you want stone waste or? Look, I think the best thing to do with the basins and the bath is actually to do a white waste. It keeps things very simple. It blends in. It's luxury. Now, we can also supply chrome wastes to match the tapware finish, and that's fine. It's actually a bit cheaper. But overall, for a little bit of extra expense, this is a luxurious finish that you don't see all that often. And I recommend it. Now, moving on to the showers, 2 and 2, this double control shower, hand shower and mixer for the overhead, that all ties in. So that'll work perfectly. What I did here was I just found a nice image here on the Sussex website, and look at that. You've got this beautiful double mixer set with the overhead, and that reminds me of what it's going to be like for your bathroom. So you sometimes you want to use the overhead as a rain shower, and then with the square with the soft corners in the Suba design, and then then you can then also use the hand the hand shower, take it off, and use body wash and do those things. So I think that's spectacular. I mean, just look at that. That's beautiful. The simplicity of that design. Actually, this one here, that's going to be like the view from your place. So All right, we'll just hop back to here. I've put in 4 wall hung packages. Okay, so this is a wall hung pan and the smoke reflective button graham that you talked about, and the in-wall system with frame through all the 4 bathrooms. Now this is something you can scale back. This is a reduced $17.50 to $13.99 package, but you can scale that back to $9.99 in a couple of bathrooms if you really want to. I just thought that, you know, everything else is up off the floor, the vanity's up off the floor. You know, if you're happy to, you know, to spend that, then you get a wall hung in every single bathroom. You know, keeping that consistent. And all right, so just down to the end of the quote here, we've got. I love this accessory range for this job and for a lot of jobs. It's one piece. There's no visible joins. It's beautiful. It's extraordinary engineering. And you know, we could provide Sussex Suba. You jump onto the website if you like and have a look at the accessory range. I think it's a little bit unremarkable. We have one of our own, very similar. I think this Cubist series by Hayter is spectacular, and will work really nicely along with the tapper, as you can see it here side by side. So toilet holders by 4, robe hooks by 2, one for ensuite, one for main. A bit out of order here, but this is obviously the down here is obviously the Suba longer 210mm spout for you know, by 5 for all the basins. I've included 4 towel rings here. You know, so I mean that might be excessive, but I thought one for each bathroom. And then down here I've put the 800mm towel rails times 6, and you might ask why times 6. So I thought that either a double or triple stack for each bathroom would be the best concept for you guys. So you can get as many towels or bath towels or hand towels on there as you wish. And it also looks good. These are non-heated, okay? So for me, I mean, in your scenario, in a fairly warm environment, you know, I think heated towel rails might be overkill and over expenditure. We do have them if you want them. But you know, my idea there is that you probably put in underfloor heating and then have towel rails. That's what I would do. So in your particular environment. So there's the quote to date with the extraordinary discounts. You know, for this 1 month. You know, we don't mean to pressure sell too much, but certainly the motor products. I mean, we've never done this heavier discounting before, and so I highly recommend you know, sort of snapping those up. At least, and then for the other products, you'll notice that, you know, we've applied as good a discounts as we can those products at this time. So please have a look, please run through, and please call the showroom with any questions. It will certainly get back to me. All the best.